All right, guys, we're going to take a look at a super affordable titanium, well-constructed watch. This is the Citizen bn0200-05E, retail $450. You can find these on eBay for just over $200. And on Amazon, you can find them on bracelet with a titanium bracelet for around $250. So Hector, good friend of the channel, sent over this guy. This was his watch, and he elected to go with the fitted rubber strap. You can see it fits the case really good. Case size on this is 43.5 millimeter, excluding the crown guards and crown. 49.7 lug tip to lug tip. 12 millimeter thick, flat mineral AR undercoating crystal. So you're not going to get a sapphire at this price. And 22 millimeter lug width. This strap tapers down to 20. I suspect the bracelet, if you get the bracelet option, it might taper as well. I don't have one and I didn't find any information on that. So, and the strap is super long on it. So when you get it on wrist, at least for me, you end up with a little bit of, you know, sticking out over on the other side of your wrist. But it still wears really good. Super comfortable, actually. It's lightweight. Weighs 70 grams. The only other watch that I could just grab real quick that also weighs 70 grams is this very well-built G-Shock 7900. I think that's what this one is. Yeah, 7900. This one weighs like 71 grams, so it's actually 1 gram heavier, but nice lightweight. I'm not sure with the bracelet one. I'm sure it weighs a little bit more, but screw-down crown, 200-meter water resist, has the Eco Drive movement module, I think is E168, if you're keeping track of that. So if you look on the dial, it's a nice matte black, you know, applied looking indices there. Full lume. I'll do a lume shot at the end. Date window at 3 o'clock there. Pretty small, a little difficult to read potentially. I feel like the crown also could have been maybe a little bit larger. It does have the ProMaster sign signal on it, or emblem on it, but yeah, I mean, it's screw down, screw in, all that good stuff. Easy to adjust. I do feel like it could be a little bit bigger on the crown side though. But if you look at the case back, it is a screw down case back, but with the warning of the Citizen Service Center only to be opening it. This says base titanium on the back here, but Hector told me that it is what they call a super titanium, which means it's scratch resistant, both on the buckle and the case. And he has worn this, and I don't see a single mark on it anywhere. So whatever Citizen did with their blend of titanium on this, it works. 60 click bezel. It's actually very easy, very smooth to turn, but like kind of like no play. I mean, once you get it, well, there's not even really any back settling. Everything lines up really good. It's fairly easy to turn, and it's not like as clicky as you would see on a lot of watches. So the handset is also skeletonized towards the base, you know, the hour and minute hand, nice proportions, I think, for this dial and everything. Fully polished with a little bit of lume out there on the tips. Should have a lume on the triangle for the second hand, and you can see the second hand actually hits the marks, maybe just a touch ahead of them, but it depends on where you're at on the dial, but it lines up more so than it doesn't, I'll tell you that, which is typically the case that I've seen with Citizen watches. So let me pop this guy on wrist, and then we'll close out with a lume shot. And I'm also going to do a little comparison size-wise for the next to the SKX, so you guys can see that. I'm not going to put the tang and the keepers. It's a little tricky to do with this rubber. This rubber is actually a little grippy, but you can see on my just under 7¼ inch wrist, still wears perfect. Super comfortable with those fitted strap. Probably one of those rare occasions where I'm typically a bracelet guy, but I could see owning this on this strap kind of makes sense for all around wear. It's going to be super comfortable. You're not going to have problems with the water. It has its, you know, ribbed, so it'll drain out easier. Plenty of holes there. So even if you have the larger wrist size, you know, 7.5 or 7.75 or something like that, now that's, you know, you could go with a larger watch, but I'm saying the strap is long enough for you. So 2 keepers there, but once you get, seriously, once you get this thing in there, it's a little tight fitting. And it's a little grippy, as you can see. Once you get that in there, like nothing moves around. It holds in place pretty good. So here it is next to a Seiko SKX, the 009 in this case. You can see size-wise, It's not a beast or anything like that. I would say it's probably very similar in size to, say, like the Seiko Shogun. You know, obviously not near the quality as far as like the finishing and everything, because this is more of the base titanium, the grayish color, and then it has polished a little bit on the bezel. And the bezel is titanium as well. And then it has probably an aluminum insert. So let me, because Citizen Lume is pretty good, but it's not usually amazing. So let me charge it up a little bit, and then we'll turn the lights off. Hopefully we can see the Lume, even though the monster's gonna... All right, come on. Stop showing off back there. So Citizen uses like a nice cool blue Lume, and then of course they have the green up there on the pip for the dive bezel, but I mean really that monster's just showing off, as is the Seiko. But the Citizen's Lume is really good. I mean, I give it a little charge, but it's pretty dang good Lume. So, all right guys, thanks for watching. Big thanks to Hector for sharing that one with us, and I will catch you on the next vid.